Holy fuck! Whiskey.
Real fake news.
I look big. Let me lean back a little bit. There we go. You lean
Well,
forward.
I can be bigger. I'm wearing lifts. I'm not wearing lifts. I could be wearing lifts. All right. Hey, cheers.
I'm Mike.
Woo, and I'm John.
And this is the Real Fake News. And he could be wearing lifts, and I could be in the movie Tootsie.
I could be taller. I could be different.
I could definitely be different. So let's start it right out, folks. A new scientific study has shown people who claim to be woke are more anxious, unhappy, and generally miserable to be around, apparently. In related news, water is wet, and the sun is really, really fucking hot. Also related, babies that are twice as sad as other babies tend to be only half as happy. John?
That's like sound math and fake news. It may be actually real news. I'm not really sure. But I will tell you this, Mike. There is a brand new AI out there, Gemini AI. If you're watching the real news, you can watch the real fake news and get the real story. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but they're set to launch on the new iPhone OS, and they've come under fire for being too woke. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me just explain. Mike, you might want to pull on these pictures here. In an effort to be inclusive, which used to mean just picking the guy down the block that didn't have a good jump shot and didn't know how to play defense into the shirts versus skins game. But now inclusive means all searches and AI-generated images need to be corrective to make sure that we're not being sexist, racist, et cetera, so forth. Now, this led to all searches for people being women and all people being Asian or black. That sounds a little difficult, but you can see here we've got Asian pilgrims, women football players, and black founding fathers. Well, it didn't end there. You see, people on the left were eager to find their fascist Nazi enemies, and they found this. And people on the right just typed in George Washington and got this. Meanwhile, Gemini and Google spokesman read a well-crafted apology and said, "Sorry for offending. Clearly, our AI has a bias, and we need to get it right, yada, 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 yada." Now, that's fine, but I will ask this bigger question. In a generation that really isn't so sure about history and kind of figures out the world is flat and gets most of their information from Netflix and YouTube, are we really helping these kids out? I don't know, Mike. You let me know there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That looks pretty good.
We got to check it out. Yeah, it's terrifying. Come on, Gemini. Not Gemini erupts.
So yeah, she does erupt apparently. So an unprecedented number of gays, lesbians, and trans have been applying for adoption these days, stating that we don't need any more babies. We just need to take care of the ones we already have. I couldn't agree more on that. That's pretty good point. At the recent pro-abortion rally that happened this past week, there was an unprecedented number of gays, lesbians, and trans that turned out to show their support. Interesting.
Right. Unprecedented.
Apparently, nobody told them that if you're not fucking the opposite sex and you abort all the babies, there won't be any left to adopt. Unprecedented, John.
Mike.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, that is the key word here. Keyword.
Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Well, let me see here. Let me see what I can do to improve the situation here. Kanye West is atop the charts for the first time in 13 years, the Billboard charts with his album and hit Carnival. Response from Kanye? Depression. Kanye is depressed again. He told the Rolling Stone reporter this week, "I feel weird, all right? I definitely feel like I like being off my meds." Is everybody else that complains when I'm off my meds? They'd be all like, "You should be on your meds, Kanye. Why don't you be on my meds? Huh? You want to be on my meds?" Anyway, the interview didn't go much further than that. But I will say that meanwhile, Kanye East Asia, that is his official name now. He changed it back from Kanye East Adidas. Kanye West's vengeful brother is back from Vietnam on a whirlwind tour, and he crashed his new Christian concert, reversing all the choreography, Mike. Okay? So all the moves that were going west were going east, and everything got confused. And then he got on the microphone, and he said, "Whose ego is bigger? Has a bigger gravitational pull? Answer me that. Answer me that." Fans were divided. Some Kanye East fans said that he was a better rapper and singer than Kanye West, Mike.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Just saying, he's a dose of his worst medicine there. Kanye East is Kanye West's worst medicine.
Yeah. And now we happen to have an exclusive interview, I believe, here. Let's see.
Exclusive interviews with John Bodine.
Oops, that didn't work.
This is crazy. I feel like I'm interviewing myself.
Yeah, that's strange.
Hi. What can we do here? Could you please state your name? And sorry, we got something wrong there. That was just me. Hey, I'm back. Hi.
Why is that on? I don't understand.
I'm not really sure. Who am I interviewing, Michael?
Well, it would be somebody if your camera wasn't on.
Sorry?
What the hell is going on here? I guess we're not doing an interview since we can't get the camera to work.
Wait, who's supposed to interview with me? And now the suspense is killing me.
No.
Listen, you with the smug face over there in the white shirt. Tell us why. Oh, whoa! Don't make fun of me. Don't mock my every move.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Hi. There he is.
How you doing? I was in the green room and I was taking some shots of COVID vaccine. And
they're still taking the shots.
They were holding me back there a little longer but to make sure everything was okay. How are you today?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Fauci is here this evening to give us the update on the CDC and the COVID 2024 update. I think it's still we're not really sure what's going on.
So the weather's about to turn and get the spring is coming, and there's a bunch of ladies that will be having the tummies out, and everybody's going to be out and about and breathing the fresh air. And I'm here to tell you, do not do that. Your gatherings that you're having, you need to just stay at home, lock yourself indoors, and not enjoy yourself. Okay.
What about elderly people? Should they do the same?
They're going to die anyway, so fuck those people. I don't understand what they're.
What kind of shit are you on, Fauci? Are you on some crazy shit?
I am on some very, very impressive antibiotics.
Are you on what Conor McGregor is on? What's he on?
Let me explain to you something, sir. I'm only 24 years old, but I take a lot of drugs, and so it makes me look like this, okay?
But how long are you expecting to last? Have you saved your DNA?
I am actually a clone.
So I'm talking to what? Fauci number 2, number 3? What do we got here?
They didn't tell me that. I know that I've been around a long time and I'm not the first one. But I am the best one. I'm not Trump, but I am the best one.
And in terms of like moving forward with this thing, how do we shake this thing? Get the monkey off our backs?
Yeah, it's just never going to happen because it's not in the best interest of the government, okay?
Okay, so there's more money in just go ahead and let us just suffer.
Like how when I drink my chin, it goes right in there like that. Fauci, that feels great.
I've interviewed you twice, and I have to say this is the most candid you've been. Just admitting right now that the government is just making profits.
I am no longer part of the government, so it's okay for me to say this.
What happened? Can we talk to you like a Dr. Phil, Dr. Drew kind of vibe? It hurts when I do this. When I do that, it hurts.
I would recommend maybe not doing that so much.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. What about the future of the country, though? What can they do to hurt less? Because people are starving and shit out there. We got crazy inflation. Maybe it's a result of this COVID thing. Do you think it was real? Can I put you on the spot? I mean, how real was it, Fauci? You seem like a new man. You don't care anymore about the government. This thing is over. They broke your contract. Are you able to speak on this more candidly?
I'm sorry. I was having a Joe Biden moment. I didn't hear anything you just said there.
That really sucks. That's the problem with Biden. I'm a little worried that he's asleep at the wheel. You want to give your opinion on any of the election stuff? We've got you here. It's famous.
I'm not into politics. Contrary to belief, I'm not a politician. I'm a medical doctor. Okay.
What is the best fruit that you can eat so you shit regularly? And
I do believe it's the wood milk is the healthiest thing you can drink or eat.
Aubrey Plaza is the spokesman for that one.
She's a very sexy young lady. I
Watch.
Like her
Give
a
your
lot.
personal opinion on entertainment. Kanye. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I don't know who that person is.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You supporting Trump or Biden, Fauci?
I refuse to answer under the grounds that I might not, depending on who was in the office when they put me back in there to make decisions for the CDC again. It's not
I like your style. You're a businessman. You're thinking ahead. Let me ask you this.
I like drinking that through my neck. It's great.
It's really nice that you got leisure time now. Now that the fucking pandemic's over, what does a guy like you do? What do you do for fun? Just to kick back, relax? What kind of vibe are you kicking?
Mostly, I just annoy people coming on these podcasts and doing news interviews with things.
Now,
I got
now Fauci, if you don't mind, and I know we're in the middle of a goddamn show, Mike is going to kill me for this. Do you mind if I do a thing called fast pitch with you? Would that be okay?
It's not really possible, I don't think. The producers have told me that I gotta go. I have to be getting going because apparently this is a really bad bit. I don't know. That's what they told me behind the back. They said it's not a good bit, so we're gonna have to get out of here, I think. That's what I heard. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, listen, the producers know better than I do. Fauci, have a great night. Thanks so much for trying to do this.
Yeah, let me just see what's going on here.
Exclusive interviews with John Bodine.
Wow, that was a banging interview there, John. Great
job. I'm telling you, he was nicer to me, Michael, than he ever had been. He was really mean to me.
The last time I saw him talking to you, first off, his video wasn't quite as sexy, but he also was really nasty to you, and he seemed much more pleasant to you this time, I do have to say.
Now that he doesn't have that government cheddar, he's a little more humble. I kind of like Fauci. I can have spaghetti with him. Some meatballs and now, spaghetti.
For your weekly installment of RFN's The Campaign Trail.
I understand some people think that I'm weak. Well, let me tell you, I'm as strong as a box of rocks. No, that's dumb as a box of rocks. What was I saying there? It's something about not being able to remember stuff or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm as strong as an ox. That's it. I keep my jerk-off hand strong. You know, people don't like me to shake my hand because I forget to wipe it off sometimes. But if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
You know, I noticed Joe was doing that jerking motion again. What a jag-off. What a loser. He's a loser. Look at me. I did suck 2 dicks at the same time. Maybe not 3 like Brooke, but what if I suck a bag of dicks? That'd be a winner thing to do. I'm a winner, so I'll suck the whole bag.
And this has been your weekly installment of RFN's The Campaign Trail. John?
That is amazing, Michael. And strangely enough, in sports news, there were a lot of things that happened. March Madness is going on, but we did have a Trump-related story. Rick Riley, a sports writer, had an opportunity to play golf with Donald Trump and claimed that his game is riddled with cheating. That's right, Mike. I'm going to have a drink to that.
I think that's probably pretty accurate, I would imagine.
Apparently, here's some of the accusations. Trump brings his own custom-made turbo golf cart so he can stay 200 yards ahead of everybody else. He moves his ball to better shots and kicks his opponent's balls into the bunkers. Recently in the game in LA, Trump clearly hit a pond, water hazard, ball splashed, etc., so forth. With his super duper cart, he zipped up there. When he got up there, the ball was in the fairway. They asked him what happened. He said, "I believe the tides must have moved it." Yeah, come on now. That's a little cheesy there. Apparently, taxes and elections aren't the only places he likes to cheat, Mikey.
Apparently not.
Here we are in entertainment news, though, Mike. M&M's, the chocolate candy treat, is in the news. The beloved brand, which put the hard shell candy around the chocolate in World War II so GIs could eat them in the South Pacific during the heat. From 1945, those M&Ms helped those heroes fight Ito, Hitler, and win the war. Well, M&Ms have rebranded in the last couple of years to be more inclusive and to fight, that's right, a new fight for M&Ms, racism, sexism, discrimination. The candy itself is going to do the fighting, Michael.
They also they fight straightism too, right? I think.
Well, we're going to find out. I'll tell you what, Matt Walsh was the first one to get into the mix. He wasted no time and dared to ask the question, what is an M&M? Huh? Can someone define it for me? Anyone? What is an M&M? Someone explain to me. No one could do it, and Eminem responded with Tinder-style account bios.
Nice.
I'm afraid, look, this one's a little difficult. There's some trouble in paradise. The blue M&Ms are apparently male-identified sort of playas, right? Okay. And then the green ones are clearly female. Okay. She says it says best attribute, she wants her man to make the choices for her. That's a little submissive. Let's see. Then there was a bigger problem. The green M&Ms started to complain that they were really yellow M&Ms that identified as green M&Ms. And then the female gender became became a big problem here, especially when a yellow M&M, which clearly has nuts, claims and has a vagina. Okay, I'm confused. But so you say candy coated genders.
Nice.
Look, M&Ms are probably best trying to just save the world by being yummy ass candy. Okay, and not getting into this culture war. But it doesn't end there. You say to yourself, what happened here? White rapper Eminem now identifies as red rapper Eminem and has created a diss track. Apparently Kanye East is in the track and this is Matt Walsh. I don't know, Mike. This is the entertainment news. That's the best I got.
Sounds good, John. That's very, very good reporting. This one,
Thank
our
you.
final story tonight, this one is actually a little bit near to my heart. I hate to report on some somber news that's close to my heart. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, seen here in all its glory before its collapse, which happened early this Monday morning.
Wow,
this is a bridge that I've personally driven across many times at around just the hour that it collapsed. So it could have been me on there. The police reported that it was struck by a cargo ship, which from this photo seems to be accurate. But since the mainstream media has been so misleading for the past few years, many local residents believe that a maximum weight limit was reached and it was just too much for the structure. For instance, not too far from Fells Point area of Baltimore, Rerun was spotted dancing just 1.2 miles away from the bridge, which could have caused enough shaking to take it down. But the people of Baltimore are far too sharp and witty for all that. They know it's not what really happened. It was clearly Ukraine's fault.
Well, Putin would agree with that. Mike, you would agree with that.
And that, my friends, is the real fake news.
Thanks for tuning in to Real Fake News.